All right, we'll get into chapter 5. It'll be the last chapter that we work with for our online course. We're going to be working with triangles. First off, there's two ways of classifying triangles. You can classify them by their sides. The first is a scalene triangle, has no sides that are congruent, meaning all the lengths are different. An isosceles triangle has two congruent sides, and an equilateral, all three are congruent. We can also classify by types of angles. If all of the angles are less than 90 degrees, it would be an acute triangle. If you have one right angle, you have a right triangle. If you have an angle that is greater than 90 degrees, you have an obtuse triangle. And if all three of your angles are equal, you have a congruent triangle or an equilateral triangle. So the first thing we're going to look at is classifying a triangle in the coordinate plane. So we're going to classify the triangle OPQ by its sides, and then we're going to determine whether it is a right triangle or not. So first off, we're going to use the distance formula, and I'm only going to be concerned about two sides. I'm going to be concerned about PQ and OQ, because I already know that OP or PO is going to be smaller than the other two just by looking. So we're going to go Y value minus Y value. So we're going to go 2 minus 3 squared plus negative 1 minus 6 squared, which is going to be negative 1 squared, which is 1. And then we have negative 7 squared, which is 49. So we're going to have the square root of 50, which is going to be a little bit more than 7, or a little bit. Yeah, it's going to equal 7.1. And then we're going to do OP, so we're going to have 0 minus 3 squared plus 0 minus 6 squared, which is going to give us 9 plus 36. So we're going to have a square root of 45. And that equals about 6.7. Not congruent. I just don't want to do the curvy equal sign. So this is a scalene triangle based upon its sides. None are equal or none are congruent. Now we want to determine if this is a right triangle right here. So we're going to find our change in y and change in x, or the slope. Our y values change by 3. Our x values change by 6. So the slope of OQ is 1/2, reducing 3 over 6. Okay, and if we do PO, we're going to have down 2 and over 1 minus 2 over 1, PO minus 2 over 1. If I were to multiply 1/2 by negative 2 over 1, I would get negative 1, which is what is required for perpendicular. So it is perpendicular. All right. So here's the first thing. The measure of 3 interior angles in a triangle is going to add up to 180 degrees, and we're going to prove this theorem on the next slide. So what we've done is we drew another line that is parallel to AC in the triangle. So line BD is parallel to AC. We constructed that. Remember statements on the left, reasons on the right. Now, we're going to start this without anything being given, but our first statement would be to draw that line, but it's already done for us. So the first thing we're going to do is we can look at this area right here, and we know that those three angles are going to equal 180 degrees. So measure of angle 4 plus measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 5 equal 180 degrees. I'll go over to the left farther next time. And that is a angle addition postulate, so and it adds up to be a straight angle. Alright, so our next step is we're going to say that the measure of angle 1 is congruent to the measure of angle 4. And also that the measure of angle 3 is congruent to the measure of angle 5. And we get that because they're alternate interior angles. So if we have that, we have the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 4, and the measure of angle 3 is equal to the measure of angle 5, and that is because of congruent angles are equal. So now we can go back to our original statement of everything equaling 180 degrees, and we can now go the measure of angle 1 instead of the measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 instead of 5 is going to equal 180 degrees, and that is our substitution property. We just substituted values that were equal. And that proves that the number or the angles inside of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So now we're going to use, okay, so here we have the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of two non-adjacent interior angles. So the measure of this right here is equal to the non-adjacent interior angle sum. So basically we write that as x plus 70 is going to be equal to 2x minus 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over to the left hand side, and I'm going to get negative x, and I'm going to take this to the right side, and I get negative x equals negative 75, so x equals 75. Let me rewrite that. Everything's trying to move around on me. X equals 75. So write and solve the equation value of x, so we just got the value of x being 75 degrees. Alright. Problems, and I went one too far. Let me get back.